Can hear it. Happy Monday. Let's get moving into our 60-minute yoga class. I don't think you all can hear it, but Alexander's home tonight and he is on his computer and he is not quiet.
Can't hear anything.
Oh, good. All right. So if everybody can come to their comfortable seat, we are going to get started. So sit down, whether it's on a block or a cushion. Actually, I'm going to switch to a cushion. So that your hips maybe are a little bit elevated. And let's give ourselves some side-to-side motion. Trying to find our sit bones. Maybe rock a little bit back and forth. So nice. All right. Take the time to come into this moment. Letting go of the day. Knowing that you have these next 60 minutes just for you. And when you're ready, start to line your shoulders up over your hips. Let your head be centered. Think about your spine growing tall. Let the weight of your legs connect with the mat or the floor beneath you. And start to see if you can find some separation and some lengthening from your lower body up into your upper body. So you want to think about lifting your torso up as you let your hips and your legs get heavy and weigh them down. Let your hands rest comfortably on your legs, whether your palms are up for more energy or down for more calming. Let your elbows relax. Let your shoulders relax. If it's comfortable, close your eyes. If not, just softly gaze down out in front of you. Let your vision begin to blur. See if you can start to slowly fade out and erase the space around you so that you can become more conscious of your body and how it feels. Start to slow your breath down, taking a deep inhale, feeling the breath come into your body, filling you up. And then slowly exhaling it all out. Breathe in, feel your lungs expand. And breathe out, feel the contraction around your spine. Slow breath in and slow breath out. Take this time to let go and center. When you're ready, reach your fingertips out to either side of you and then inhale, bring your arms all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, flip your palms, press all that air back down to the floor. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, press everything down and away. Inhale, reach out and up. And on this exhale, twist to the right, bringing your right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee. Inhale, bring your arms back up. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale, arms up, reach up, float your fingertips down in front of you And start to slowly walk your hands out in front. And this might be as far as you go. If you're feeling more flexible tonight and you want to come down a little bit further, you can. It's early in class. Bending forward. And then walk your hands over to the right. Staying slightly bent forward, come back through center. Crisscross your hands as you make your way to the left. And then back through center, over to the right again. A little bit of a forward fold, a little bit of a twist. Back through center and over to the left. Come back to center, roll yourself up. Reach your arms up overhead, drop your right hand down, reach your left arm up and over. Breathe here. Let your left sit bone get heavy so that it stretches away from you. And now breathe in, and on your exhale, twist to the back. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the back. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. One more time. And now reach back up to center. Rotate your wrists in one direction as you hold them up overhead. And now rotate them in the other direction. They might make a little snappy, poppy noise. And then let your left hand float down, reach your right arm up, bend over to the left. Sink your right hip down to find that deep stretch through your side body. Breathe here. On your next exhale, twist to the back. Inhale forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale forward. Exhale, twist. Come back up. Walk your fingertips behind you. So you can either place your whole palm on your hand and lean back, or stay up on your fingertips and see if you can press and lift your chest up. So you feel like you're lifting your chest up through your shoulder blades up to the ceiling. From here, you might be able to even lift your bum up off the floor, finding a little bit more stretch through the front body. If not, just stay seated and press into your hands, opening your chest. And when you come back down, start to slowly uncross your legs so that you can extend them out in front of you. So you're going to flex your toes, reach your arms straight out, sit up nice and tall, flip your wrists up and down. Getting some forearm stretch. And now draw your right knee into your chest, making sure your right foot is planted on the ground. You're going to hook your left arm, and we're going to come into a slightly deeper twist. Not too deep, it's still early. Breathe here. And come back to center. Slide your right leg out. Bring your left knee in. Hook your right elbow. And turn and look over your left shoulder. And breathe here. Come back to center. Extend your legs out. Press into your fingertips or your palms again. Opening your chest up, and see if you can lift up from here. Maybe, maybe not. And then lower back down. Cross your knees as you start to make your way into your tabletop position. Take your time getting here, moving nice and slow, lining your hands up underneath your wrists and your knees up underneath your hips. Turn your fingers so that they're pointing to either side of your mat. And maybe you want to rock side to side, maybe front to back. And then see if you can turn your fingers to face your legs. Maybe you can only do one hand at a time. Rocking back and forth, stretching your forearms. Maybe you can make small circles here in one direction. If you're doing one arm, switch and do the other one. Nice. And then turn your hands back around to face the front of your mat. Spread your fingers, point your finger pointing forward, thumb pressing down. Drop your belly, open your heart, big inhale for your cow spine. Exhale one vertebra at a time for your cat spine. Inhale, round for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And now let's find some extra movement in this. So maybe you start to circle your hips, coming into a bigger cat-cow movement. More of a circle movement, or maybe you're more into a side-to-side movement today. Explore what feels good. Getting into those spots. If something feels a little, maybe you reverse it back into that spot again. Moving around, familiarizing ourselves with how we feel today. Probably different than yesterday, probably different than last week. And then come back to stillness. Reach your right toes back, rock back and forth over your. And then press really deep into your right toes. I want you to feel your thigh muscles start to activate as you lift up and tap down. Lift the right leg, and tap down. Check the pressure in your hands. You might be leaning more, pressing more with your right hand. See if you can press evenly with both hands. One more, hold the leg up here, flex the foot, and little pulses. Working on our core strength and our balance. And now bend the right knee, bring it all the way up in between your hands so that our foot is directly under our knee. Slowly bring your hands up to your knee. You're in your 90-90 position. Draw your shoulders over your hips. Find the center length, reach your arms all the way up. Finding your balance, squaring your hips to the front of your mat. Pressing your left shin and your right foot down into the mat. Pull your arms open into a cactus. Reach them back up. Pull your arms down into a cactus. Reach them back up. One more time. Pull your arms down. Reach them up. Let your fingers float all the way forward. Return the right knee underneath. You can readjust, realign your tabletop if necessary. Reach your left foot back, rock back and forth on your left toes. Press your left toes into the mat, hard. Lengthen your leg, reach your heel back, feel your thigh engage, and now lift and lower. Lift and lower. You're using your glutes. Check your hands. Is your upper body even or tipping too much to one side? Lifting your belly button to your spine. Hold your leg up here. Flex your foot and pulse. Small pulses. And now draw your left knee into your chest so that you can bring your left foot up between your hands. Coming into your 90-90, so your left ankle is under your left knee. Your right shin is pressing into the mat. You're going to bring your hands up all the way to the ceiling. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Get your shoulders over your hips, reach up nice and tall, and then exhale, draw your hands into your cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come into your cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale into your cactus. Reach up, let your fingertips come all the way down. And we're gonna return to our tabletop position. Maybe you need to shake it out here a little bit. Extend your right leg back, lift it up. Draw the knee into your chest, slide your right foot up between your hands. This time we're gonna curl our left toes under, extend our left leg back, coming into a low lunge. Hold here, square your hips. You have your hands on the floor for balance. Open your heart forward. Shoulders away from your ears. Plant your left hand down, twist up and open to the right. Reach your right arm up. Find length through your spine, drawing your belly button in and then twisting. Breathe here. Come back down, both hands on the floor. Lower your left knee. We're going to extend our right foot, toes up to the air, coming into our half split. If you have blocks, you can definitely use those here to bring the floor closer to you so that you can find some openness through your chest. You don't want to be constricted. Big stretch through the back of your hamstring. Nice. From here, we're going to rock back onto our right foot, plant our hands, and slide our right foot back underneath us. Reach your left toes back. Lift the left leg up, draw the left knee into the chest, slide the left foot up between your hands. Curl your right toes under, lift your right knee up. We're balancing with both feet and both hands on the ground. Open your heart forward. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And if you can, plant your right hand, twist up and open to the left. So your hips are still moving down to the ground, but your torso is starting to lengthen and twist. Reach your arm up. And then bring your left hand down, lower your right knee, shift your hips back so that you can flex your left toes up to the ceiling. Feeling the stretch through your hamstring, lengthening your spine, moving your hips back, breathing here. Nice. And now roll forward. Plant your hands, return to your tabletop. Wiggle it out. So we're going to extend our right foot behind us. We're going to take our left foot, we're going to turn it to the left 90 degrees. And we're going to roll onto the inner edge of our right foot. So we are in a supported side plank, pressing down into our right foot. If you can, come all the way up. Now you're in a sort of supported warrior two. Pause here, you're pressing into your right inner foot. And now we're going to turn our right toes out towards the back of our mat, bending our right arm, bend over to the right, reaching our left arm up and over in a supported side angle. Breathe here. And now slowly unwind that. Come back to your T position. Extend your right leg out, pressing into the inner part of your right foot. Lower, using your core, your left hand down to the mat. You're in a supported side angle, modified side plank, sorry. And then rotate your right arm down Shift your left knee and return your right knee back to where we started at tabletop. All right, let's do the other side. Extend your left leg behind you. Turn your right foot to the right. Rotate onto the inner edge of your left foot. Lift your left arm up, coming into a supported side plank. Your right shin is pressing into the mat. You're going to levitate your body up. Arms straight out, coming into a modified warrior two. Now turn your left toes to the back of your mat. Bend your left arm, reach your right arm up and over. Side angle. Stay here. Reverse out of it, arms back into a T. Extend your left leg, toes pointing towards the left. Right arm comes down, back into that side plank. Left arm comes down, turn towards the mat. Return to your tabletop position. Beautiful. All right, let's take our hands, one handprint forward. Curl our toes under and start to slowly peel our hips up, coming into our first downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog out. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Put your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, slide your right foot all the way up, coming into your low lunge. Breathe here. Reach out and up, coming into your high lunge. Pausing here. Let your hands come back down. Step yourself back to your downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. And now float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee in, coming all the way into your low lunge. Squaring your hips. Reaching your arms up, coming into your high lunge. Float your arms back down. Step back to downward facing dog. Pull forward to a high plank. Measuring your down dog. Now lift back up to your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Draw your right knee in all the way to your chest. Float your right foot up between your hands. Coming all the way up into your high lunge. Breathe here. Pull your elbows down. Reach your arms back up. Stay in your lunge. Pull your elbows down. Reach your arms back up. Square your hips to the front. Pull your elbows down. Reach your arms back up. Let your fingertips float down to the ground. See if you can straighten your front leg as much as possible. Coming into a pyramid variation. Try to keep your spine long, hips square. Pull your right hip back. And then bend your right foot, plant your left hand, twist up and open to the right. Extending the left leg back behind you. Let your right arm come down, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here, press into your thumb and your forefinger. Put your left leg up behind you, draw your left knee into your chest. Step your left foot all the way up. Inhale up to high lunge. Breathe here. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Maybe bend your back knee a little bit to find your balance. And then pull your arms down. Lengthen them back up. Pull your arms down. Lengthen them back up. One more time. Pull your arms down. Lengthen them up. Float your hands all the way down in front of you. Straighten your left leg, coming into a pyramid variation. Your hands can be on blocks. One more breath. And then bend your left knee, plant your right hand, twist open to the left. And float your left hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Look forward at your hands and start to slowly walk your feet all the way up to meet your hands. Let your feet come hip distance apart. Reach for opposite elbows. Gently bend your knees. Gently rock side to side. Reach your hands down to come all the way up to stand, arms touch overhead. And then exhale your palms down by your side. Excuse me. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Make sure you're pressing into all parts of your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Bring your hands to your thighs, elbows in. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, stand all the way back up again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, hands on your shins or your thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand and reach all the way up. Big sweeping movement. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, hands on the floor or on your shins or on your thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with your right foot. Step back with your left foot. Hold your plank for one breath. And then exhale down your knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back through tabletop. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up. Breathe here. Look forward at your hands and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. You're in a squat. From here, you're going to press yourself all the way back up, coming back into your Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, one leg, the other leg. You're in plank. Hold your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or halfway down. Untuck your toes. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale through tabletop or straight to plank or straight to down dog. Breathe here in your down dog. Lift your hips up. Feel your legs lengthen. Feel your spine lengthen. Step your left foot up to the outside of your left leg, left hand, sorry. Step your right foot up to the outside of your right hand. You're in your squat. Breathe here. And then press yourself up. Nice and slow. Arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your side, feet back together. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Your version of your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, or halfway down. Coming into an upward facing dog or a baby cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Hold it here. Take a few deep breaths. Check your fingers that your pointer finger is pointing forward. The rest of your fingers are spreading out. Step your right foot up outside your right foot. You're in your lizard lunge. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. Now you can roll onto the outer edge of your right foot if you want to get deeper into your hip. And you can also start to lift your right hand, placing it on your inner right thigh, or or potentially even reaching it all the way up into the air. So there's lots of options here. Find the one that works right in your hip. Make sure both hands are back on the mat. Step your left foot up to meet the right. You are in your squat. Press your inner arms into your thighs, pressing your thighs against your inner arms. We're going to press down into our feet. We're going to stand up nice and slow. Legs are burning. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring everything back together. Tadasana. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Choose your version of your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Holding plank. Skipping it all. And we meet in downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine. See if you can get your ears between your biceps. Rotate your upper arms outward. Step your left foot to the outer edge of your left hand. You can always lower your back knee if this is too much for you. Sorry, I should have said that earlier on the other side. You can rotate onto the outer edge of your left foot to deepen that hip stretch. You can bring your left hand to your left thigh, start to rotate your torso, maybe even reach your left arm all the way up into the air. When you're coming out of it, place both hands back on the mat. Bring your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. You're back in your squat. Lift your hands up off the mat. Lift your hips so they're parallel with the ground. And then start to press into your feet to slowly come all the way up to stand. Arms down by your side. Beautiful. From here, we're going to practice some of our standing balancing. So find yourself sturdy between each leg. And then we're going to heel our right knee up as we lift our arms up overhead, standing tall on one leg, and then float the right leg down. Switch sides, shift the weight, lift the left knee up nice and slow, bringing the arms up overhead. And then bring our arms all the way down. Once again, other side, right knee comes up, arms come up overhead. Whoops, got a little wobbly. And now we're going to open our knee out to the right and place our left ankle above our right knee, our right ankle above our left knee, coming into our figure four. You can bring your hands down to your heart center. Maybe standing here is enough for you, but if you're ready to try, start to bend your left knee, coming into a seated figure four position. Bringing your hips down as low as possible. Glutes need to be engaged. Belly button needs to be engaged. Lengthen your spine. And then press back up. Bringing your arms and knee up. Plant everything back down on the ground. Breathe in and breathe out before we do the other side. So now bring the left knee all the way up. Find your balance. Open the left knee out to the left, place the left ankle above the right knee. Stay here in your figure four. Bring your hands to your heart center. Stay here or start to bend your right knee, coming into a seated position. A little bit lower. Spine long, tailbone lengthening. One more breath, and then press back up, lifting the knee in front of you, and bring the foot down. One more time, we're going to move it into a warrior three this time. So I'm just going to turn But it's the same thing. Lift our right knee up. Open the right knee out. Place the right ankle above the left knee. Hands at heart center. Optional, sitting down into a seated figure 4. Finding your balance, long spine, lengthen tailbone, shoulders relaxed. Make sure you're breathing. Don't clench your jaw. Reach up. And now hinge forward, extending your right leg back behind you. Coming into your warrior 3. Finding your balance, squaring your hips off. Breathing, come back. If you can do it without putting your foot down, reach your arms and knees back up. And now plant everything down, other side. Realign yourself. Reach your left knee up. Find your balance. Open your left knee, place your left ankle over your right knee. Bring your hands to heart center and sit yourself down into your chair. Woo! All right, if you fall down, get back up. It happens. Everyone has balance problems at some point. And now stand back up, reach your left knee up, arms up. Flex your left foot, hinge forward at your hips, come forward into your warrior 3. Reach your left leg behind you, try and get your torso parallel to the ground. Breathe here. Make sure you're breathing. Draw the left knee all the way in and up. And now plant your left foot, let your hands come down by your side. Beautiful. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Back to plank or tabletop to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you. Draw your right knee into your chest. Hold here for a breath. And now bring your right foot up between your hands. Turn your left heel down. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. We're going to keep our right hand planted on the floor as we reach our left arm open, coming into side angle. From here, maybe you bring your right forearm onto your right thigh, coming into more of a traditional side angle. Continue to open up, coming into your warrior 2. Right knee bent, looking over towards your right fingertips. Breathe here. Lift and straighten your right leg. Turn to the side of your mat. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Left knee bent, looking at your left fingers. Breathe here. Straighten your left leg, turn your toes back towards the front of your mat, coming back into your warrior 2. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Bring your right arm back down to your right thigh, coming into your side angle. Come back to your warrior 2, straighten your front leg, reach forward, coming into triangle. Right hand down to the ground or the shin or block. Rotate. Find the space. Come back into your warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will meet in downward facing dog. 3 long breaths here. Float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest. Hold it here and hover. Find your strength. Bring your left foot up between your hands. Turn your right foot down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Plant your left hand on the ground or on a block and start to reach your right arm forward as you open your heart to the right. Breathe here. Bring your left arm to your left thigh, coming into a more traditional side angle. Extending from your fingertips to the outer edge of your right foot. Come on up into your warrior 2. Look over your left fingertips. Straighten your left leg, turn your toes to the long side of your mat. Turn your right toes to the back of your mat, coming into warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Looking over your right fingers. Straighten your right foot, turn back to the front of your mat. Warrior 2. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through to side angle. Forearm on your thigh, or reach your right arm up. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten your left leg, reach your left arm forward, coming into your triangle pose. Finding the twist in your torso. Opening up through your chest, lining your shoulders up. Right arm reaches up to the sky. So nice. And then come back into your warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will meet in our downward facing dog. Keep your hips lifted nice and high. Pretend you're pressing your fingers into mud so you can find that traction, that grip through your hands. Float your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, bring it all the way forward. Hold here in a plank with your knee drawing into your chest. Slide your right foot up between your hands. Turn your left heel down. Cartwheel yourself all the way up to your warrior 2, nice and slow. Look over your right fingertips. Straighten your right toes, turn them to the left. Palms touch overhead, warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Breathe here. Bring your palms to touch overhead as you turn your toes to the wide side of your mat, warrior 2 back to the front of your mat. Bring your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. We're gonna flow from peaceful warrior to side angle, back to peaceful warrior, working our torso, working our legs. One more time, peaceful warrior, back to side angle. Come back up to warrior 2, straighten your right leg, reach forward, coming into your triangle pose. Left arm is up. Reach your left arm by your left ear. Bring your right arm up by your right ear. Come all the way up to stand. Melt back into your warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa, and we will all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here in down dog. One more breath. Put your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest. Hold here in plank, squeezing it up. And now float your left foot up between your hands. Turn your right heel down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your right arm up, coming all the way into your warrior 2. Breathe here. Straighten your left leg, bring your palms to touch overhead. Warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Look over your right fingertips. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes, warrior two back to the front of your mat. Looking over your left fingertips. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Flow all the way through to side angle. Back to peaceful warrior. To side angle. One more time, peaceful warrior. To side angle. Come up to warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Reach your left arm forward, coming into your triangle pose. Right arm up. Breathe here, find the twisting your torso. Reach your right arm by your right ear. Maybe hover your left arm by your left ear. And then come all the way up. Melt back into your warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Take a vinyasa if you want to. Otherwise, we will all meet in a child's pose. Knees open wide. Forehead down. Arms lifted off the mat. With an active child's pose. Breathing here. And then start to walk your hands back towards your legs. Curl your toes under, coming into your froggy squat. So this squat, your feet are closer together, whereas before our feet were as wide as the mat. You're gonna come into a more upright position, seeing if you can come into a toe stand with your knees open wide. So you're up on the balls of your feet. You want to challenge yourself, you can bring your thighs to touch. And then think about lifting up from your core, from your lower belly, to see if you can give yourself some space between your heels and your hips. Reach your arms out, you're making a little box if possible. And then you can bring everything back down, coming into a more relaxed position. If this is a relaxed position for you. If not, take a seat. And now let's try that once more. So you're gonna find your center, bring your hands up to your thighs, lift and straighten your torso. Maybe you close your legs up. Hands at heart center, find some space between your hips and your heels. If you can, reach your arms out in front, coming into your box shape. Breathe here. One more breath, and then start to bring everything down, rolling back into a seated position. We're going to bring our feet out in front of us, soles of our feet on the mat, knees pointing up. Reaching our arms out in front. We'll start to roll down nice and slow to a count of 4. 1, I'm sorry, to a count of 10. 2, 4 would be too easy. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. We're going to take a couple bridge poses. So line your feet up so they're hip distance apart. Your toes are pointing away from you. Your shins are pointing away from you. You should be able to just tickle your heels with your index finger. So you're going to press your hands down into the mat and start to lift your hips, your lower back, your upper back, rolling up one vertebra at a time, lifting all the way up. Press into your big toe and your pinky toe. Feel your hips lift a little bit higher. You're drawing your heels towards your shoulder blades. Your shins are moving towards your big toes. And now start to slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time. Let your knees touch each other. Open your feet out to the edges of your yoga mat. Bring one hand to your stomach, one hand to your heart. Feel the breath, feel your heartbeat. Bring your feet back to being in line with your hips. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your tailbone. Bring your hands down to the mat. Start to peel your hips up one vertebra at a time. Pressing down into your big toe and your pinky toe and your heel, all four sides of your feet. Once your hips are lifted, you can opt to interlace your fingers behind your back. This will allow you to roll onto your upper arms, deepening your back bend. You should be able to see your belly breathing, rising and falling. Press your upper arms into the mat, lift your hips higher, shins going towards your big toe. Breathe here. And then slowly release, coming down one vertebra at a time. Till your whole spine is back on the floor. Let your knees touch, heel toe your feet out to the edge of your yoga mat. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Breathe slowly. Heel toe your feet back in. Draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers around your right shin. Gently pull the right knee in. Slide your left leg away from you, lengthening it down onto the mat. Squeeze a little bit tighter, feeling the constriction in the right side of your body. As you release the pull of your thigh, of your shin, start to draw the right knee over to the left, opening your right arm up, maybe gazing over your right fingertips, coming into a reclined twist. Start to slowly roll back onto your back. Right knee back into your chest. Reach for the outer edge of your right foot, coming into a half happy baby. You can hold on to your right ankle or your right calf. You're drawing your right knee towards your right armpit. As you press your right foot into your hand, you can find some push-pull between your leg and your arm. And then release the right foot down to the mat. Draw your left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers. Draw the shin closer to you. Extend the right leg away from you onto the mat. Feel the compression in the left side of your body as you squeeze the thigh, the shin a little bit tighter. And now bring the left knee over to the right. Open the left arm out. Look over the left shoulder. And then come back to center. Reach for the left ankle or the left outer edge of your foot, flexing your foot up to the ceiling, coming into your half happy baby. Pressing the foot into the hand, finding some push-pull there. And then release your left foot down to the mat. Draw both knees into your chest at the same time. Reach for the outer edge of both feet or ankles, coming into a full happy baby if this is comfortable for you. If not, you can take a different version. Maybe you like to have the soles of your feet together. Maybe you like to extend your legs straight. Move your legs and your arms around. And then take any other last minute movement that you feel you need tonight before you make your way into your Shavasana. So maybe you need a little more leg stretching, maybe you need another twist, or maybe you're good and you don't need anything at all. And you can begin to extend your legs away from your body. Extending the right leg and then the left leg. Let your right foot fall off to the right. Let your left foot fall off to the left. Turn your palms so they face the ceiling. Starting to feel your body relax. We've slowed down. Notice how things are feeling. Take a big, deep inhale. Fill your body up with air. And then exhale it all out like you're letting air out of a balloon, blowing it out through your mouth. Another long, slow inhale. And then exhale. Your next breath in, think about a warm yellow sunlight, rays of sunshine starting at your toes and slowly filling your body up. Melting away any stress or tension or worry. Just letting everything become soft, and warm, and pliable. About this warmth surrounding you, wrapping you up like a blanket. Like you're in a big warm bubble. And then let it all fall away and move into your stillness. Start to deepen your breath. You're more than welcome to stay in your Shavasana, but if you're ready to come out, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Gently let your head rock side to side. Reach your arms up and overhead, stretching like you just woke up. And then slide your feet onto the floor, bring your knees into your chest. Hold them here. Roll onto one side. Pausing here. Press yourself up into a seated position. Bringing your legs back into a cross-legged if that was comfortable for you. Reach your arms out and up. Bring your palms to touch. As you exhale, draw your thumbs down through your center body. Let your thumbs connect with your sternum. Breathe in nice and tall. Exhale, bow your head. Thank yourself for showing up, for the effort that you gave. I thank you for letting me lead you through your practice. Namaste.